The Double E Cup Series Season 2, Race 7 from Watkins Glen International up in the state of New York. 27 drivers prepare to take on this tough road course. For the second race in a row, we'll be racing on a road course. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for today's race. On the pole, we have the number 9 of Thomas Baker along with Richard Johnson. Then we have Dom Capps in the 2 and Carson Hate 14. Then we have Brandon Bain in the 42 and Phil Jones in the 11. Along with Sounders 88 in the 43 and G-Man in the 18. With Chris Maley and Eugene Demax. Then we have Jacob Hayes in NASCAR The Game 6. Along with Maxwell Vady in the 39 and NTG11 Gamer. Then we have Mason Wood and Trey Normile. Along with Jacob Grant in the 5 and Andrew 827 in the 20. With Joe Rutt in the 88 and Jared Magoon in the 27. And we have 88 fan 0311 and Jordan Davis. And we have the Wrecker 88 and Dylan Rash. Now on towards the back we have Rob Bob and Blake Disouryavong. And rounding it out is the 22 of the Speedinator. Keys to the race. Watch your speed in turn 1. It's real treacherous, and the key to this race is to stay out of trouble. And of course we got to watch out for the road course specialist, specifically Marcos Ambrose, and he's on the pole for this race. It's a 10-lap race as usual, 27 cars as always, and we're ready to get started. Marcos Ambrose leads us to the green here at Watkins Glen. Through the slow turn 1 and into the S's, Ambrose is going to hold the lead. Mark Martin right there behind him. He'll clear him down the backstretch. Behind them, it's Keselowski and Edwards. As they head through the bus stop now and around the back, everyone seems to be minding their manners pretty well early on. As Ambrose has got about a 1-car length lead over Mark Martin as he'll lead the first lap. Behind him, Keselowski and Edwards still side by side. As now we head again through turn 1 through the S's. Now there's a spin in the back. And that's Kyle Busch around, and he slides back up onto the track. Caution will be out. And that'll be our first caution. Take a look at the replay real quick. Looks like Danica just got into him. They're running pretty mid-pack, just inside the top 10 there when they spun. Tough break for Busch. He'll restart the back of the pack. And here we go again on lap 4 now. Ambrose again still leading. He gets a great restart. He'll easily jump into the lead with Mark Martin having to hold off Brad Keselowski. Again, they go through the bus stop. Keselowski all over Martin. Oh, and now they make contact, and Martin slides up the racetrack. What a save. He holds on to it. He'll fall back to about 6th, though, but great job by Mark Martin to hold on to that car. Marcos Ambrose has now extended his lead over Brad Keselowski, who runs 2nd. Just behind him is Juan Pablo Montoya, who's got Carl Edwards in 4th. Now is when Kyle Busch is blowing up now in turn 1. Kyle Busch blows an engine here. That's going to bring out another caution. It's the second one of the day that's been brought out by that 18 car. Now let's take a look at that replay of what happened earlier. You saw it a second ago. Keselowski, it was hard to see if he really made contact with Mark Martin, but whatever it was, Martin slid up the racetrack. Great save. We're ready for the restart with 4 laps to go. The field gets set, and Ambrose will lead us to the green again. 4 to go. Through turn 1, Keselowski goes up the racetrack 3 wide. Contact Edwards. Now spinning goes Mark Martin, Trevor Bayne, and Jamie McMurray. Through the S's. Again, another caution on lap 7. 3 cars are involved here, but it looked like it got pretty crazy there as we head through turn 1. See, looks like Ambrose forced Keselowski up over the bumper. He comes down, makes it 3 wide. Edwards tries to go low, but Denny Hamlin is there. That starts it. And then behind them, looks like Mark Martin gets a tap from Jeff Gordon and spins right into Trevor Bayne and Jamie McMurray. So tough break for all of them. And now let's take a look at where the leaders were. The moment we waved the yellow flag, Marcos Ambrose was just behind Juan Pablo Montoya, which means Montoya will be leading us for this green-white checkered restart. Here we go, 2 to go. Off into turn 1, Keselowski makes it 3 wide, makes contact with Montoya. 4 wide for a second, and now Eric Almirola has come out front with Juan Pablo Montoya. Behind them, it's Edwards and Keselowski, with Marcos Ambrose just there in 5th. Can Eric Almirola pull off the upset here? We come down to the white flag. He and Montoya still side by side. We go through the S's now. Edwards is right there in 3rd, and behind them it's Ambrose and Keselowski 4th and 5th. Now Almirola's got a little bit of lead, but here comes Carl Edwards. He gives Montoya a nudge and going for the 2nd spot. Coming on the final turn, can Edwards take the lead? They make contact, they spin, and Juan Pablo Montoya is going to win race 7 at Watkins Glen. The field wrecks across the finish line behind him. Wow. Caution is out here. But the race is declared over. This is where the field was when the caution officially came out. As you can clearly see, Juan Pablo Montoya had the lead, and he will be the winner of this race. Take a look at the replay. Edwards just gets into Almirola, and they spin down and just miss Juan Pablo Montoya, but take out everyone else. Congratulations to the 42 of Brandon Bain with his first ever Double E Cup Series victory in the 42. As you can see, Sounders 88 finishes second. That's a big boost for him in the points. I believe it shoots him up into the top 5. Thomas Baker dominated this race just like last year in the 9, but finishes 4th. You can see everybody else. NTG11 Gamer, who's finishes 12th. He's up there in the points standings as well. He'll be a contender for this championship. And G-Man 34491 with a couple problems today. That's going to be a big hit for him in the points. As here are your point standings. Phil Jones is now your points leader again. He's been up there a couple times this year. NTG11 Gamer, same old story. The top 3 have been up there basically this entire race. But as you notice, Sounders 88 up to 4th now, only 11 points back. And as I said before, G-Man falls from, I believe, 5th to 11th with that finish today. That's tough for him. And we have our first elimination of the season, the 15 of the Wrecker 88. He is eliminated from title contention. Congratulations to Brandon Bain for his first ever Double E Cup Series victory. Thank you for watching.